Florida Gulf Coast attacking zone. It'll be Tomlinson along with Oborn on for the draw. It's won back by the Eagles and dumped into the opposite corner. Thrown out in front. Here's a quick shot and a goal! Scored by Beauvais, and the Eagles jump on top early as he floated it high over the shoulder of Riley Allen. And it's 1-0 Florida Gulf Coast. Looking across for Cord and just missed him as LaRue clears the puck out of the zone. It'll be chased after by Rombach as he got down to Tomlinson. Costello will wrap it around the boards. Looking for Beauvais. Thrown out in front as it deflects off the leg of Allen. A second attempt goes in. A power play goal. A rebound from Adam Beauvais, picking up his second of the night, and it's 2-0 Eagles. It's Engelman getting the puck out to center ice. Wyatt Engelman dumping the puck towards the Kentucky net. A wide open net for Engelman and buries it to make it 3-0. And they will just retreat and set up the PK unit instead of going for a shorthanded goal chance. The Cats have scored 3 shorthanded goals this season. They scored 9 last year, and what a shot! Rombach from the point gets a deflection that bounces past Riley Allen. Give it to Dylan Costello, and it's 4-0 Eagles. Brought the puck in. It bounced off a Kentucky player as Zebley fired it. And it bounced off the blocker of Allen, and it bounced through the crease. And was played wide by Kentucky as McCarthy trying to get the puck out of the zone. Costello lost the puck. Here's LaRue firing on a rebound. A chance goes in. It's Jack Knoll scoring his second goal of the season, and the Cats get on the board and cut the lead to 3.
And Cutler didn't even get a piece on. He slid the opposite way. Engelman took it away from Knoll as Cohen lost possession of the puck, turned it over. Here comes Chabot. A little 2-on-2 action now. It's 4-on-2 as Knoll got back to Chabot. Trying to wrap around and scores! Cam Chabot, his team-leading 18th goal of the season. And we are tied at 1. So the face-off on the far side to the right of Nussbaum as the Cats control it. Here's a deflection by Tim Burke! And Kentucky gets back on the board and cuts the lead to 1. To Hertog. Turn it over. Here's Cortapella as he tried to chip it back towards D'Amico and had it deflect away from him. Tim Burke will just rifle it around the boards. It's slowed down by Nussbaum. He's going to leave it off for Hertog, who turns it over. Here's a chance from Costello out in front and scores! What a play by Costello off the turnover. Behind the net for FGCU, and just like that, Kentucky makes it a 1-goal game again.
Riley Allen picked up by Underwood as they'll bank it up towards Tim Burke. That came dangerously close to the blue paint. It's played back down in by Costa, right towards Tim Burke, who'll gather it. Almost got cut off by Carl. And here comes Kentucky. It's up to Costello on the near side as he takes a spill and has Costa dive on top of him. And a goal from Kentucky! Cam Chabot buries one behind Brzezinski. And the Cats have come out to play in the third. Here's LaRue. Skating up through the middle of the zone. Plays it off to the side. Up top to Burt. Centering pass. Here's Rodriguez shooting one. It's loose. And Brzezinski can't control it, and LaRue scores. And just like that, the Cats are on top. Burkhart has it in the corner as a big shoulder towards McDonough. Here's Laube taking a shot. I get sent just away from the paint. Here's a one-timer and scores. Connor Underwood on a one-timer, his second of the season, and Kentucky stretches a lead 3-1. 0.9 left, so all the Cats have to do as Brzezinski comes back onto the ice and stands around the hash marks, ready to jump. One back by Louisville. 8 seconds. Morgan gets pushed off the puck. It's underneath Supan. They'll get pushed against the board. Here's Drew shooting one, saved by Allen, kicked out, and the buzzer sounds. As Cortapella, I believe, got pushed down. As the Cats come back and win. Costello and Cortapella banging against the glass, talking towards the Louisville fans, and the Cats have forced a game 3 in the Battle of the Bourbon Barrel. Up to Burke. Back over to Chabot. He'll look across for D'Amico. Turns and fires and scores! The captain scores one on the power play. D'Amico, 17th of the season. And the Cats go up by 1. Tim Burke, cross to D'Amico in the faceoff circle. Down low for Chabot. He'll bring it up top. Back down towards D'Amico. Up to Tim Burke. He'll shoot one off the blocker of DeGiacomo. Kept in by Burke. Played behind to D'Amico. He'll cut through the zone. Across to Kyle Burke. He'll shoot and score! Kyle Burke with his 3rd of the season. A power play goal, and it's 2-0 Kentucky. A Louisville power play now as they take over. Here's Costa. Beeman. Back to Costa. He'll turn and fire, and he scores! It'll be Quinn and Burkhart on for the faceoff to the left of Cutler. A quick shot. That's loose by Cutler. A poke check is saved by Cutler. Here comes LaRue, putting the Jets on. Wheels right, shoots one. That's just over top of the blocker hand of DeGiacomo. It's loose out front. Here's Rodriguez shooting and scoring! Roddy gets him one. His 2nd of the season, and Kentucky stretches a lead back to 2. Kyle Burke plays it back towards Laube. Laube has it deflect off of Williams. Delaney racing in. Gathers the puck, getting shoved away. He's got Cortapella loose. Here's Laube shooting one. That's saved. Another attempt and scores! Laube on the rebound. Kentucky leads 4-1.
Let's fucking go, Jay! Let's fucking go!
One off to the side by LaRue. Dumped in by Knoll. All the way over to the far corner as Williams picks it up. Grabbed by Burke. Now here comes LaRue. LaRue to Knoll, and one touch and scores! Jack Knoll scores his 3rd of the season. Turned over. Here's D'Amico as Malay tries to cut him off. Left behind for Chabot. Side of the face-off circle. Picked up by Laube. He'll turn. He'll fire and scores! A second one for Jake Laube. His 8th of the season. 6-1 Kentucky. Absorbs a hit and plays it out. As we got a collision with Costello and O'Neal, and here we go! Costello with lefts and rights as he sits on top of O'Neal. It's the third period. I told you it was going to be like this. As Will pushes back the other players, Costello and O'Neal still hammering. Let's go, Costello! As Lagler rips him off. O'Neal gets sent to the showers. Costello heads to the showers. And Costello waving the fans, getting them hyped. Whew! Back home as Carl throws it off the body of Cutler. It's played off to the corner. Rice still recovering from his ankle surgery as Shredders. Woo! Had that attempt, a one-timer as, woo, that was almost a bad pass. Here's Rodriguez, turns, lets a deflection for D'Amico and scores! One more for good measure. D'Amico second, throwing the L's down. D'Amico's 18th of the season. It's 7-1 Kentucky, and you can put this one on ice. 11.1. You can just faintly see RVD up in the top of your screen with the broom to wave the Cardinals goodbye. One back to Holtz. He'll play it up through the neutral zone. He'll go the length of the ice. Icing is waved off. Back-to-back wins over Louisville. Back-to-back bourbon barrels for Kentucky. Kentucky beats Louisville 7-1 as the Bourbon Barrel stays in its rightful home. Kentucky takes care of business here this weekend, defeating Louisville 3-2 last night and 7-1 here tonight at home. After dropping the first two of the semester to Florida Gulf Coast, the #1 team in the Southeast, they go straight into rivalry weekend and shut down their arch rival. But we've definitely had better on the road. Bowling Green comes to mind. As that one is shot and scored by Jake Laube. Off the face-off, Laube picking up where he left off Saturday against Louisville. It's Laube's 9th of the season, and Kentucky takes an early lead here in Athens. So 10:54 left here, first period. Kentucky 1, Ohio nothing. Off the stick of Jake Laube. As that one bursted through on the face-off by Costello. He'll race in. He's got D'Amico out to his right. He'll find him. He'll shoot and score! A 2-on-1. Costello to D'Amico, and the Cats go up 2-0. Gathered by Tim Burke to Supan. Sup gets it out to Cortapella, who turns it over right in front And Josefiak makes the Cats pay on the turnover and ties us up at 2. Looking out on top of the crease and couldn't get it through. 3 seconds as a bouncing puck lands in the face-off circle. It's taken out by Rodriguez with 6 seconds. Out to James, fresh from the box. He'll shoot and score! That was also the softest of hooks, but no matter. It's a Kentucky power play, a power play that went 0 for 4 last week. They only have 2 power play goals this semester out of probably like 20 chances. But they're at 28% as LaRue gets it up top to Tim Burke. Burke looks across for LaRue. LaRue looks, tries to shoot and scores! Cats are on the board on LaRue's 10th of the season. It's 1-0 Kentucky. Here's Cohen, open look, tips off the glove of Cutler, bounces in front, right towards Costello. Got it out to Rodriguez. Roddy hitting the Jets. Spins away from one. Looking for an open lane. Out top to Kyle Burke, who will launch and score! Kyle Burke with his 4th of the year. It's 2-0 Kentucky. So the extra attacker on a delayed penalty. Here's D'Amico. Could have had another penalty right there as he got hit in the mask. Left behind for Supan. Down back for D'Amico. Back to Supan. Across for Burke. Cornapella quickly to the point to Supan. Across to D'Amico. One-timer and a deflection. It scores! Brett Quinn, his first goal in 10 games, gives Kentucky a 3-goal lead. As Cutler has it loose, and it's a goal from the Wolverines as Cutler had one out in front of him, and Connolly, it bounced perfectly to Stabnik. And the Wolverines get on the board with a power play goal from Brandon Stabnik. All right, still a game. 7 minutes left in the second. 3-1 Kentucky as that's played in. As Kyle Burke and Larson came together. Boyajian got it down to Costello. Across for Roddy, shoots and scores! Rodriguez, his 3rd of the year, and it's 4-1 Kentucky. Well, barring something unfortunate, Cats should hold on. One back towards Cohen. Gonna have to watch out for Fee to see if they will empty the net and bring on an extra attacker. Brought in by Rabishko. As that one is scored by Culver on the rebound. And oh my God, Michigan has cut the lead to 1. Pass back by the Wolverines as it's just back onside was LaRue. Gets it down to Oborn. Out towards Laube, misses. Here's Kyle Burke shooting, it scores! Kyle Burke gets Kentucky on the board. His 5th of the season, and it's 1-0 Kentucky. Roddy can't get a stick in there. James plays it over to the far side, and Cortapello will pick it up off a bounce. Sauces it across, off the boards, right towards. Here's a goal from LaRue! Misplayed by Newhart, and LaRue makes it 2-0. Cohen gets hip checked by LaRue. And Kentucky can't pick up the loose puck. And it's flipped high. Out of the zone by the Wolverines. Here's Laube skating in. Shoots one and scores! Ringing it off the pipe. It's 3-0. Knocked into the zone. Nielsen centering it up. Nobody home. Here's Connolly. Trying to rip one. and missed. 9 seconds. Played back down low. Cleared out by Tim Burke. Played to Newhart. Quinn shoots and scores! At the buzzer! Brett Quinn, his 9th of the season, a senior night goal. And Kentucky wins it 4-1. Boyajian with it, gets it out towards Kyle Burke. Cuts up the center, gets it out towards Costello. Side of the face-off circle, got it down towards Chinian. Out towards Quinton as he'll fire it and goes in. It took an awkward bounce off of the goaltender, Riley Martin. And it bounces across the goal line to give Kentucky the early 1-0 lead. As that one is fired, his Costello, a diving attempt, and Quinn comes in and pokes it home. It all started with Charlie Chinian from the far boards finding Costello, who fired it off Martin, and the rebound chance came out to a wide open Quinn, who pokes it home to make it 2-0 Kentucky. Chabot towards Supan. He tries to dump it in and could not. Here comes Cole Ferry. He'll shoot one and scores. Cole Ferry breaks the shutout streak against Kentucky and gets the Falcons on the board. It's 2-1. Said in pregame that this was going to be a bitter fight towards the end. Bowling Green needs to win as this pass out to the slot to Rodriguez, and he gets one back. The freshman, Gabe Rodriguez, buries one from the high slot, and just 30 seconds later, it's Kentucky going back on top by 2. Tim Burke again stands behind Cutler, getting absolutely harassed before he could even think about standing still by Horvath. Taken by Nitschke on a Kentucky turnover. Backhand chance by Horvath goes in. By the Bowling Green defense. Nitschke gets it across the clean-out. Tries to step up on Tim Burke, lost control of the puck. It's Cortapella playing it down for D'Amico. D'Amico's got Chabot to his left. He finds him. Chabot shoots and scores. It's the top point scorers for Kentucky. D'Amico to Chabot, who buries it to stretch the Kentucky lead back to 2. Rodriguez plays off the near side as Supan tried to send a shot that was blocked by Rudo. Rodriguez with it. Wheels around one. He'll fire and scores. The freshman, Gabe Rodriguez, in his first postseason game as a Wildcat, finishes off the hat trick and makes it 6-2 Kentucky. 50 seconds left in the power play chance for Ohio. Here's Johnson crossing the blue line. Still controlling. Here's Tamborski. He'll launch it right in the glove. A rebound chance goes in. Brennan Camardes on the rebound. Backdoor Brzezinski. And a power play goal from the Bobcats gets us started.
But I think we are going to see a very physical third period. More transitional play, I would assume, but very physical.
So here we go for the start of the third as the Bobcats will control. Here comes Josefiak. Throwing one off the pads of Brzezinski. It's kept into the zone by Tamborski. He gets an open look and scores. It's not like we don't know when Costa's coming out of the box because the other one's up there, but God forbid Ohio gets a penalty in the next 2 minutes.
Things can get really messy that way.
Oh, I wouldn't know what to do. So Ohio on the power play. 4-on-3. Tamborski.
I imagine that shot's coming from 15.
And he shoots and scores! Another power play goal by the Bobcats on Tamborski's second of the night. And it's 3-0 Ohio. Plays that pass perfectly. Fires one off the paddle of Zazon. Here's a second chance for Abreu. Missing. Which causes the Ohio bench to erupt after that save by Zazon. Abreu had it briefly. Ohio still controlling. Here's a shot and a goal from Mueller. Mueller picked up the loose puck at the point and just set a beautiful wrister that goes above the shoulder of Brzezinski. And Ohio takes a commanding 4-0 lead.
Louisville definitely has a tall task stacked up here for the next 15 minutes.
And it's not like I'm saying Louisville's toast, Louisville's done. It's just they don't have Matthew Zazon.
Statistically speaking, it'll be tough.
Statistically speaking, it's almost mathematically impossible to get 4 goals on Zazon because it just doesn't happen as that one is rifled off of Brzezinski from Danner. But here comes Zima to try to shut me up. Zima comes in, shoots one that's saved by Zazon. Zima, a breakaway attempt, gets shown the door by the sophomore goaltender.
Gage, it seems that we can definitely jinx ourselves, but we cannot jinx other teams.
Yep, normally the good jinx when I mention stuff for our team, on occasion I can be a bad jinx. Just normally when Arlie Cutler's in net, that seems to be the only time it ever happens. Sorry, Arlie. But for other teams, I don't jinx them. And I don't know why.
Apparently not.
It's Ohio who has controlled the game from start to finish. They finally got their first goal and cracked Brzezinski in the second, and it has been an onslaught here in the third. With 10 seconds left, the Bobcats continue their strong second semester, and they defeat the Cardinals 4-0 as Matthew Zazon picks up another shutout on the season. Up the zone comes Kessing, throw it right to Tim Burke, which goes off the body of LaRue. He'll get it back to Tim Burke. 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute 40. As the defenseman Tim Burke brings it across the blue line, skates towards the inside. Looking for open space, drops it off towards Rakitic. He'll fire one that deflects off the body of LaRue in front of Kinzinger. That one bounces in the air. Here's Rodriguez shooting and scoring! Gabe Rodriguez picking up where he left off yesterday in the first round. After 3 goals yesterday, he'll strike first as Kentucky takes an early 1-0 lead. To Dombrowski, well across DeFrato as he lost it in his feet, but still brought it across the blue line and retained possession. Up top to Eber, quickly across to Dombrowski, up to Eber at the point. Fake the slap shot. Here's one from Frato that glances off of Allen. Still at the point from Eber. He'll shoot and score! Bobby Eber, the sophomore defenseman, scoring one from the point on the power play. And Miami cashes in and ties us up at 1. The clock is not running. Somebody pay attention to the clock. As that one is shot off, here's a second attempt and it goes in! For Kentucky, it's Cortapella giving the Cats a 1-goal lead. That's Cortapella's first goal in his last 10 games. Anderson had Devine calling for it. Anderson lost an edge, and it's taken by Costello. Potential 3-on-2 for Kentucky as Costello holds it. Looked out for D'Amico at the top of the crease. Kyle Burke will launch one into the chest of Eber as he brings the puck down. Taken by Tim Burke and softly passes it back up. Lawrence up to Eber. Tries to cut around away from Costello and just got it off to Massey. Massey's pass was blocked by Tim Burke. Chinian dumps up towards the blue line as that one deflects from Eber off of Massey, and just like that, we're tied at 2. Underwood banks it up off the boards, hits the back of the net. Chabot quickly trying to clear it out. Here's James. To Chabot, to Knoll, to Underwood. Looking for space, sends it into the corner. James picks it up off the rebound. Here's Rodriguez. Underwood, back to Rodriguez. He'll turn and fire one. It's loose in the blue paint. Chabot scores! Chabot knocks it home. His 20th of the season, and the Cats take a 3-1 or 3-2 lead. But the Redhawks have a 5-minute power play they are working on, which they have 3 minutes and 17 seconds left on. So, as I mentioned towards the end of the second, this could be a game-changing special teams play that could decide the winner of this final. But we're going to start off the third with Miami on the power play, trying to finish off this 5-minute to try to tie and take the lead. Eber comes in, he'll fire and scores! And just like that, Eber has his second of the night. Another power play goal for Miami, and we are tied at 3. It'll be Dombrowski and Cortapella on for the draw to the left of Kinzinger. One off to the side by Miami. Eber plays it up the near wall. Dombrowski tries to clear it out of the zone. He'll play it back behind the goal to Eber. Up to Lawrence. Drop back for Dombrowski. Dombrowski cuts in, shoots and scores! Gabe Dombrowski, the OT winner, as Miami defeats Kentucky and will move on to the conference final tomorrow afternoon. Dombrowski was the Kentucky killer in the October series, scoring 4 goals in 2 games. He was quiet most of this game, but wasn't quiet when it mattered most as he gets one past Riley Allen, and the Hawks move on to the final.